Cats don't choose their favorite person the way humans expect, and that misunderstanding is why so many people believe cats are distant, picky, or incapable of deep attachment, when in reality, their bond is simply quieter, subtler, and rooted in instincts far older than modern domestication. A cat's love is not loud or demanding. It is selective, intentional, and deeply personal, shaped by safety, energy, consistency, and trust rather than attention alone. And when a cat chooses someone, it is not random. It is a decision formed over time through thousands of small moments that told the cat, without words, "You are safe here." Unlike dogs who evolved to bond through hierarchy and group cooperation, cats evolved as solitary survivors, meaning attachment for them was never about pleasing others, but about preserving peace and control in their environment. So when a cat enters a home, it begins quietly observing everyone, watching who moves gently, who respects boundaries, who speaks softly, and who does not force affection. And long before a human realizes it, the cat has already begun sorting people into categories of threat, tolerance, and trust. The favorite person is rarely the loudest or most playful, but often the one who allows the cat to exist without expectation. Because to a cat, love begins with autonomy, not attention. One of the strongest factors in how cats choose their person is emotional energy, something humans rarely think about but cats constantly read, as they are extraordinarily sensitive to tone, posture, breathing, and emotional consistency. And while we may not notice it, cats can sense anxiety, frustration, impatience, and calm through subtle cues like muscle tension, movement speed, and vocal pitch, which is why cats often gravitate toward people who are emotionally steady, predictable, and relaxed, not because they understand emotions intellectually, but because calm energy signals safety in the same way it would in the wild. Another powerful element is respect for boundaries, because cats remember how people treat them when they say no. And unlike dogs who may tolerate unwanted affection, cats register forced handling as a violation, storing that memory and adjusting future behavior accordingly. So the person who lets the cat walk away, who doesn't chase, grab, or corner them, is silently earning trust every time. And eventually, that trust becomes preference, because the cat learns that with this person, it never has to defend itself or remain alert. Cats also choose their favorite person based on routine and presence, not intensity, meaning the human who feeds them at the same time each day, who sits quietly nearby, who sleeps in a predictable pattern, and whose daily habits remain stable, becomes a grounding force in the cat's world. And over time, that stability creates emotional attachment, because for a cat, consistency equals survival, and survival breeds loyalty, even if it looks nothing like the loyalty humans expect. Scent plays a deeper role than most people realize, as cats navigate the world primarily through smell. And when a cat rubs its face against a person, it is not simply showing affection, it is marking that human as familiar, safe, and part of its territory. And the person whose scent becomes most comforting through shared spaces, bedding, clothing, and calm proximity often becomes the cat's chosen one, because to the cat, that scent represents home. There is also the way a person responds to a cat's communication, because cats speak constantly through body language, tail position, ear movement, blinking, and posture. And the human who unknowingly listens correctly, who pauses when the tail flicks, who softens their gaze, who returns a slow blink, is speaking the cat's language without words. And this mutual understanding creates a bridge of trust that many never realize they are building, while others unknowingly ignore or break it. Interestingly, cats often choose the person who needs them least because desperation for affection can feel overwhelming to a creature that values control. And while humans may interpret indifference as rejection, cats often see it as respect, which is why cats are famously drawn to people who are allergic, distracted, or uninterested, because those individuals unintentionally provide the space and calm presence cats crave, allowing the bond to form naturally instead of being forced. Time is another invisible factor because cats are slow builders of trust, and unlike dogs who may bond quickly, cats observe over weeks, months, sometimes even years, tracking patterns of behavior and emotional reliability. And the person who remains kind, patient, and gentle during moments of stress, vet visits, loud noises, changes in routine, often becomes the cat's emotional anchor, because cats remember who stayed safe when the world didn't. When a cat finally chooses its favorite person, the signs are subtle but profound: choosing to sit nearby rather than alone, sleeping in the same room, exposing the belly without inviting touch, slow blinking from across the room, following quietly without demanding attention, or simply existing peacefully in the same space. Because to a cat, love is not possession, it is coexistence, and presence without pressure is the highest form of affection they know. Cats also bond through vulnerability, and many will only show certain behaviors, kneading, purring deeply, grooming, or resting with eyes closed around the person they trust most, because these behaviors leave them defenseless in the wild, and offering that vulnerability is the ultimate signal of emotional safety. Meaning if your cat does these things around you, it has already chosen you, even if it ignores you the rest of the day. What many people misunderstand is that cats don't choose favorites based on dominance, feeding alone, or time spent playing, but on emotional safety, autonomy, and quiet consistency. And once that bond forms, it is incredibly strong, even if it doesn't demand attention or constant reassurance, because a cat's love is not loud, it is loyal in silence, expressed through presence rather than performance. In the end, cats don't choose the person who tries hardest, but the one who understands them without trying to change them, the one who offers safety without ownership, affection without pressure, and companionship without control. And when a cat chooses you, it is not because you earned it in a single moment, but because over time you proved that being near you feels like peace. And for a creature shaped by independence, that choice means everything.